I had a song playing. Y'all didn't even get to hear it. Oh well. Y'all don't come here for the music anyways. What's up? It's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com. Today is January 18th, and this is the daily energy reading for January 18th. And so the title of this video is called the title of this video is called The President of the Universe. And so it's kind of a play on words based upon the placement of Mars today and the placement of Mars in the Sabian symbol, but it's also speaking to the energy that we've been working with these past 2 weeks leading up to this solar eclipse, or lunar eclipse rather, that we'll be experiencing on Monday. So the president of the universe represents an ideal or an idea that we really need to get up under. Cause as human beings, we could get so passive in our lives, in our existence, and don't even know the world that we live in or nothing, because TV and shit like that, TV and music and entertainment and media. So when you try to speak to the real world, it's a little scary. It's a little frightening because we feel as though we're under equipped. But the reality of your being and your truth is that you are more than enough. So everything that I've been speaking to for the past 2 weeks literally has been a particular channel by a particular deity. And we spoke about him last week. But it's literally channels from all types of deities, but this one particular energy that I really am identifying with, I've planted seeds a long time ago, and now those seeds are coming back. And that energy is Jaggernaut or Juggernaut. And basically, it's an unstoppable force. And this force represents your energy, but you have to understand your energy. You have to preside over your energy. You have to be the president. So let's just get into this astrology before I get too much off on a tangent. I have something to do this morning, so I'm just kind of doing this video quickly. Not quickly, like sporadically, but I'm just doing it a little earlier. It might end a little earlier based upon the fact that I have to do something this morning. But besides the point, today is ruled by Venus, actually. And Venus is at 11 degrees Sagittarius, and Mars is at 11 degrees Aries. And these two planets are trying today, creating some form of a gateway, albeit a subtle gateway, but a gateway is a gateway. And a gateway is just an opportunity to really make it past a certain point. If I was broke, a gateway would give me a gateway to like get some money about myself. Any type of gateway is a change. 11 is the gateway number. Venus at 11 degrees Sagittarius speaks specifically to the power of symbolism. And what symbols are you using to communicate with your subconscious mind? What symbols are you using to communicate with your subconscious mind? Because you can chit chat all day if you want to. But if you're not dealing with the power of symbolism, then you're really not dealing with shit. Because you're not really, anything that you deal with, it's like trying to get on the other side of the city and talking to the guards on the outside of the city and thinking like you really a part of the city because you talk to the guards. So that's literally what it's like to try to figure shit out. Like y'all be really out here trying to figure shit out, like, you know, reading and doing all this extra shit. But what about the symbolism are you using? And I know if I was like, I know that question is kind of like it leave you scratching your head a little bit. But if you got habits and blocks and things that you constantly find yourself doing over and over again, then you need to work with symbols. You need to tap into your subconscious mind. You need to transcend the conscious mind. The particular symbol of Venus at 11 degrees Sagittarius is a flag, a rooster, and a crow. It starts off as a flag, then it goes from a flag to a roost to a flag to an eagle, and then an eagle to a crow. And all of these speaks to symbolism. A flag represents the country. So do you have a flag? First and foremost, I think one of the most important things to like a spiritual exercise that me and my wife did, like when we first kind of started talking, was like created flags for ourselves and just and filled them up with symbols and colors and representations of our energy. One of those symbols on my flag was an eagle. Something about an eagle, you know, if I'm driving, they show up, they guide me. If I'm with my friends, they always make a point to speak on the eagle. Like, I don't never see eagles unless I'm around you, type of deal. Crows, one of my symbols. These things, they follow me. They make themselves so apparent in my life that I have to research and figure out, why the hell do I see crows? Why do I even feel this way when I even look at a crow? Or why do I feel this way when an eagle, like, you know, like all of these things, like birds. Why am I, what the hell is a bird? This is a recent development for me. Like, this isn't something that I've always carried with me my whole life. So once it comes to working with the symbols and understanding symbols, then you really, like, I've done the knowledge on eagles and crows by this point. So I can fully embody or understand that energy. But I'm talking to people right now that straight up human beings, and the shit that I'm saying is weird to them. Like, what you mean you identify with a symbol of a bird? Nigga, you better go get a job or something real corny that humans will say. But see, Venus is the planet of freedom. Peace. Venus is the planet of freedom. And we're trying to figure out how the fuck are we going to free ourselves, but we're not even dealing with symbology. Like, when the president gets inaugurated and all of this shit, and, you know, the flags and the eagles and all of this, that really means something on a spiritual level by embodying that shit. And they could be the real pedophiles. They could be the real murderers. They could be the real drug dealers, but they got all of this symbolism protecting them. You can't even if you knew what you know, right? We know who the real pedophiles is. We know who the real murderers are. We know who the real drug dealers are, but they're inundated with so much positive symbolism that we tend to overlook it. If they showed you their real symbolism, if they came outside with their Ku Klux Klan garb on, their skull and bones and their Black Legion regalia, then you would be like, oh shit, these people are dangerous. But you can't never see it past the symbolism. And I'm not being external right now. I'm just using that as an example for you personally to get your symbolism together. What is your symbols? Right? What do you stand for? Who are you? What are you? What energy do you personify down here on this planet? Because we all have an energy. We all have a particular personification down here. Like, you cannot feel like you about to be Instagram famous and call it a day. I mean, I don't even really know what possesses people to be so damn lazy. Like, I can't even really speak to that. Like, cause I can't even, I'm not in that space. It's like living in this world and having so much love in my heart. You want to experience that. You want to share that. I don't understand humans sometimes. So it's very important to get the fun and games out of your mind, especially listening to me. I know it's a hell of a, like, you literally, if you, like, for real, I have to say this from time to time, like, if this is too deep or this is too heavy, you know, this is YouTube, baby. Like, your selection is so vast. You can go to Dame Drops right now and watch that nigga eat some hamburgers. You feel me? Go watch somebody eat some burgers, bro, or, you know, do an unboxing of a Phoenix Nova dress or something. You know, relax. Don't listen to me, cause it's not fun and games over here. Cause what's going down in the world, human beings, subconscious mind control. Y'all are not being taught love. Y'all are not being taught your heart. Y'all taught the opposite of love, and y'all taught to think with your mind. And then y'all find yourselves in relationships and situations that don't have shit to do with love. Y'all wouldn't even know love if love showed up and knocked on your fucking door, because you so used to your attachment. See, life is a laboratory. There is no right or wrong, but you definitely should be down this bitch trying to figure something out. And if you ain't down here trying to figure nothing out, you down here trying to live an easy life, then you are setting yourself up. See, if you take it as a laboratory, you take it as an experiment, then you understand. But if you ain't down here trying to figure nothing out, trying to be no scientist, trying to work with this or work with that, and try to permeate through these veils and things of that nature, trying to break through these walls or things of that nature, you just sitting there talking to the prison guard, thinking that everything, like, you know, whatever is like the guards of the city, you thinking that you know everything that goes on in the city because you sit and talk to the people outside the walls. You haven't really freed yourself. You haven't really understood subconscious mind control and things of that nature, because you just want friends. You think that this conscious shit is social, and it can be social, don't get me wrong, but within that society, y'all all need to be working on your own personal shit. And we can be here for support, but I cannot do the work for you. Nobody can do the work for you. And so Mars at 11 degrees Aries, the actual Sabian symbol for that is the ruler of a nation, or the president of a country. And we can all sit here and talk shit about the president. That's some easy thing. That's so easy to do. We can look at him. We can look at him and laugh. We know everything, or supposedly everything about him. You know, if it wasn't for NBC, The Apprentice, he probably wouldn't be the president. But then again, you got to understand that, you know, here I am. I'm knee deep into esoteric astrology. You know, I'm studying the astrology or whatever the case may be. I look up and they talking about Trump as the president. And I look back down in my tarot book, and it's like 22 Trumps. I'm like, Trumps? Trump is the president? What's going on? Right? I had to sit back for a second, man. Like, how is this dude the president? Like, I really sit back and I be really thinking about that shit. Like, you know, like really sitting back and thinking that shit. Like, how is he the president? And what does this mean? Because this shit is beyond crazy. It's beyond crazy, because we literally don't have a president if he's the president, right? It ain't necessarily about him being intelligent or smart or being a scam artist, but you talk about emotional intelligence, right? Like, how, like, can that person relate to you on a one-to-one? Like, do you, like, respect this man's heart? Like it don't be about a person's intelligence, a person's money. You respect a person's heart, or you respect a person who loves themselves, who loves their heart, and are a cup running over full of love, and they're just spilling out love. That's what you tend to respect, if you know it or not. Or you shadow project. And Trump is the main man, where this person stands before you and you have free reign to talk as much shit about this person, and people ain't gonna look at you like, what's wrong? What the fuck wrong with you? Why are you going in on him? They gonna help you. They gonna give you other information to support your rage. He is the definition of a scapegoat. Because at the same level, you can say that Trump ain't never did shit to you. He never came to your house. He never grabbed you or nothing like that. Everything could possibly be straight up entertainment. Dude could be doing Nam Ray. He could be watching this live right now, doing his meditation right now. We don't know, because entertainment is that. They're very subconscious and psychological with the things that they put on TV. So in this space and time, in your reality, right, everything is a microcosm for a macrocosm and things of that nature. Will you spend your energy over this weekend? Because based on the astrology and the way that everything is set up with the government shutdown and things like that, I'm pretty sure that this weekend is going to really try to take you out of your energy, really try to take you out of your power. So therefore, will you be sitting back criticizing with niggas on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram all weekend? Because some shit is gonna happen. Like, it's definitely gonna be like, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention. I should have been paying attention to be like, okay, they're really setting us up for this. But yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely gonna be something. The reality is this a reality show? Talking about entertainment, the world, the president, etc., etc. Is that real life, or is that entertainment? And if you can come to the ascertainment that, okay, this president and this government is full of shit, it's fake as fuck. Like, if you can be strong enough to see that and realize, like, everything that's going on is so fake, and they're really trying to, the people who pay attention to that shit, that's who it's for. Like, it's literally for people to pay attention to that shit, to get caught up in that shit like it's a soap opera. What happened today down at the government? Oh, Trump smacked them niggas in the ass. Like, what? Oh, shit. Like, this shit is like ESPN or something. It's not governing. It's not, they don't care about your ass at this point. This nigga's trying to, like, and it's not even like a politic thing, because the whole point of it is to really tap into yourself. So these things are happening so you can really tap into yourself, develop your willpower, develop your shit. Like, I can't think of the quote, man, about, like, if you don't, oh yeah, it's about discipline. And this is some real ass shit where people, y'all gonna struggle because y'all don't discipline yourself in y'all everyday life. Y'all don't have no structure or schedule. So therefore, that's what the beast comes in and does. Whatever you not disciplining about your life, the beast will come in and be like, all right, let's discipline this person. And you'll already be in a position, because you haven't been disciplining yourself, that you can't even fight back. So before we leave out the house, we got to develop some leadership and power within ourselves and within our families. Very important to understand how to lead. We need more leaders. And not in the aspect of like having people, not in an egoic sense, but just in a regular normal life sense, there is no leaders. Like, we have no leaders. Everybody out here doing their own thing, and we don't got anything. So I might be talking to a specific couple people on this live right now. What are you going to lead, and how are you going to lead, and what steps are you taking to leading? Because the world needs you. And you may not even understand that. But so first you got to need yourself. You got to really tap into some shit. And get out of the same mundane, everyday monotony and really step into your rulership. Jagannath is called the Lord of the universe. And the Lord of the universe is a destructive, powerful force that nobody can stand in front of. As we sit here and watch this planet, not even planet, but this country collapse, this is the shit that our fucking ancestors prayed about. You gotta understand that. This government is a murderous, the most murderous, most rapinist, most corrupt regime we have ever seen. Nah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. That's some crazy shit to say. But for which it stands, we don't know everything that goes on behind closed doors because they shred more papers than you breathe air. Constantly, 24 hours around the clock, shredding paper. For what? So you just don't know the foul shit that they do. They've mastered the art of being deceptive. So therefore, when they get destroyed or when they fall, you got to know that is more or less karma. And we talk about families. We talking about real live families. Like, y'all don't even know the shit that goes on behind closed doors with this government. Y'all will know, and y'all will be sitting here like aghast. But you ain't even paying attention because you worried about your boyfriend, girlfriend, so don't even worry about it. That's way more important right now. Focus on, Raymond. Get that shit together. And whoever going to deal with this world that's, crumbling right before our eyes, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. So, the tower or Aries energy, Mars in Aries, right? Mars in Aries, right? Let's just pause right there for a second. If we want to talk about Mars in Aries as a tarot card or as a thought, you go straight to the tower. And then you go to the tower and you like, that's an interesting card. Then you might look into the news and you see government shutdown and XYZ and the Mueller investigation and Trump is a Russian agent, like all this type of shit. Or China becoming a world power. And you sit back and you're probably just a resident of the country, right? We don't, like, if you a resident of the country, it's 50, 100 million people. We have no say-so in political affairs at this point. So therefore, just a simple observation can be like, man, this shit is through. So the next thing that you need to do is work on you because, man, you literally don't know what's around the corner. But you do know this ego and this conscious shit that you built up, you gotta let it go. If you do not let it go, you're gonna sit back and be wondering like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I get up out of my 2 feet? And why do I feel so bad? Because you stuck in this ego, and this ego is falling down. You need to develop a new sense of yourself, a new structure, a new identity that's more aligned to your spiritual truth. It's not even far-fetched. See, we can talk all this spiritual shit when you ain't under the pressure or under the gun. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm a daughter of Oshun. Oh yeah, such and such came to my dream and, you know, told me that I was a goddess of, you know, the world. And I can perform miracles. We out here hurting, sis. We need you. You know what? I gotta go to work. Or, you know, like, goddamn. What happened to the daughters of Oshun shit you was kicking in the summertime? See, I had my money right then, you know, things was going good. Now it's like, you know, 2019 came, People True Color show. Cause that identity that you've tried to show or try to be up under is compromised. And it's time for you to understand your power. And if you don't want to understand your power, I don't know. Like, who doesn't want to deal with their power? Maybe you don't feel like you have the power. It's not apparent to you. But you wouldn't necessarily know shit if you're trying to hold on to this ego, trying to make it to the dance on Saturday. You wouldn't. So symbolism is the language of mysteries. By symbols, men have ever sought to communicate to each other those thoughts which transcend the limitations of language. You don't think that if everybody showed up, you know, with ego symbolism or dragon symbolism, like, you know, really embodied these energies and understood that shit, that it wouldn't change the world? What's the issue right now? What's the issue? The issue is that human beings are divided, and they're comfortable being divided because they got good ass jobs. Period. That's the issue. Once you niggas get broke, once the well dries up a little bit, then you'll be trying to figure things out. But if everything has the, you know, appearance of being good, then you just hope that things continue. Or even, you know, people can even be in bad situations, right? Be in bad situations and still be focused on making things better. Not focused on how the hell you got into that bad situation. So you got to understand context. What are your symbols and how do you represent that? But like I said, today was going to be a shorter video, more kind of like speaking to this particular energy. Monday, I'll be back, and I'll do a lunar eclipse, full wrap up, ancestral wealth, kind of just tie up all of this information as much as I can. But I will be available on Slack Saturday, Sunday, and all of that in between time, in the meantime, so we can still build. What you see is the Blue Magic Compendium. It compiles everything that we talked about and develop in Blue Magic. You literally can print this page off, check all the marks, and I guarantee you by the time you check all the marks, you'll be dealing with some money and things of that nature. If you want to print off the Blue Magic Compendium, you can just visit www.hoodmystic.com. I just posted it on there the other day. Yeah, so practicing the art of symbolism. Like, me personally, I got a whole book of just symbols, just symbols, and they used to mean something, but I didn't write down what they meant. They probably meant powerful things at a certain point, but I don't know none of what they mean. Because I'm just strictly concentrating on those particular symbols. Another thing that helped me is studying the Kabbalah. Kabbalah is nothing but symbols, but you may not understand shit about what you're reading, but you feel like you are. Like, because your soul is reading the shit. Because your soul understands symbols. You don't understand symbols, so therefore, you need to, you know, bypass your conscious mind, bypass the guards. You know, you don't know what's going on in the city. But trust me, symbols is how you get in. You got to know how to open sesame. So, yeah, I made my own symbols. Like, I go in. Like, I'm not, like, when it comes to sigils and things of that nature, like, nah, sigils saved my life. Plenty of times. I be in, like, tough barns and things of that nature. I need $10. Do a sigil. Oh shit, that $10 come through strong. Or I remember who I can ask, or remember who owe me $10. Like, you know, you can't play with this shit. Like, your conscious mind ain't shit. Like, for real, for real. Like, everything that a person know, throw it in the trash. But if a person is real strong on their symbology, a good example of that is like Cardi B. She's not that smart. She's not that good of a rapper. But she's real keen, sigil for gas money, you feel me? But she's real keen on symbolism and things of that nature. And she's winning because she uses the proper symbolism. And so, what symbolism are you using? Something to think about moving forward. Like I said, I'll be available on the Slack, email, things of that nature. It's the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com. Just got some things that I need to take care of this morning. So if you catching this video post live, please comment, let me know what you thought about it and some different things or some questions that you have from the content. If I said anything that was too, like, I don't understand what the hell you talking about, you sound like you speaking another language, then help me, you know, make this thing simpler, because if you don't tell me, I don't know. So just, you know, let's talk about it. Let's build. Let's grow. If you want to talk to me directly throughout the day, like chat, download the Slack app, send me an email with your email address, and we can talk all day. But other than that, y'all have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Understand that you are the ruler of your life down here, so really take that responsibility. Peace to everybody. Peace.